All right, hello, hello, hello. This is your Dreaded Crypto Channel coming at you. It's September 1st, 2022. We're getting a little bit of a drop here. Everyone's freaking out. I'm not freaking out. Um, it is interesting that we're testing the 19.5 level on the Bitcoin chart. It's possible that that could break. My target, actually, I think we might go down for a little bit lower, like 18.9. Or somewhere 19 flat, 18.9, something to scare people off a little bit more. But yeah, I kind of contend with what I said before that I think this is really just our bottom. We're gonna build a bottom structure from here. Of course, unless the stock market tanks, then it will take everything with it, which is looking kind of rough. Like, I'm surprised, but looking at the Dixie, I was thinking it was going to do a double top. I was kind of drawing a diamond formation pattern at the top of that chart. It didn't happen, surprisingly, but we did make one higher high, but it's not that substantial, and we are running out of steam, especially on the weekly chart. Yeah, see, I made that diamond formation. A lot of times, those diamond formations will be reversals, as it was on that first top. But, the U.S. dollar has not been this strong since 2001. And that would have been the time of, right, the two towers, and then also, I guess, the tech bubble. I believe that was 99, though. I could be wrong there. But it's just interesting. The last time we were at this level was, June 02. Something like that. That's just pretty crazy. But see, on the weekly RSI, we're getting lower highs on the RSI while we're making higher highs on the price. Yeah, we can maybe make one more higher high, but we've had three. Maybe come down, do one more or something. But I think this is the top. The Dixie, more or less. 110 would make sense. That's a good even, but maybe we get one more spike to 120. I just don't see it unless we get a market crash this week. Happy Labor Day and all that stuff, but it's hard to say. It's very speculative, as is everything. But we'll take a look at a couple other things. The Dixie chart is really kind of the main chart everyone is looking at right now. That's the power of the dollar, and that's what's driving everything else down. Equities, gold, silver, everything is just going down against the dollar, except for I think oil might be doing okay. So it's interesting. And Cardano had some news today that they're like announcing another DeFi protocol or something like that. I'm very much into Cardano ADA, and like I stake it. You can use it on the Daedalus, stake it yourself on Daedalus or Yoroi wallet. 5-6% rewards depending on the pool. You can also, there's a few wallets that support staking. Atomic wallet next to this also, which I love both of those. They get 4 to 5%. I mean, solid rewards, and that's a solid project. I mean, I could see that, $7 to $10 in a couple of years. It's at, what is it, 50 cents right now? 45 cents? I mean, I think that's very likely. What's also interesting is that with the Bitcoin dropping, dominance is actually going down with it, which usually when the markets are tanking, people go from altcoins into Bitcoin, and people don't, I hate to say it, but I think people are done with Bitcoin. I think people have lost trust in the way, like, because of all these institutions they have to liquidate assets when Celsius went down and when Four Arrows Capital went down, and they had collateral issues and they had forced liquidation. Well, they went straight to Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin mainly, and that's why the Bitcoin price is down so far. You're not gonna go liquidate like some altcoin. There's not much liquidity on those, so it's interesting that the altcoins have actually held up a lot better, so it's going to be interesting. I think the only thing that's going to make dominance on Bitcoin go up is if we get a big spike out of this bearish consolidation range, which could be a while. Um, yeah, I mean that could be. We might have another month or two of this range, which is pretty likely. I mean, once again, like it's. I think we're somewhere in the similar range as this. And yes, everyone's complaining and whining about being below this 200-week moving average, but these are charts are not that old. And if you look at the total market cap, we're above the 200-week moving average for cryptocurrency in general. That was my big claim last week, and we'll have to see. It does look kind of rough on the stochastic RSI. The weekly is coming down, but I don't think you can really trust the weekly stochastic RSI all that much. I just, let's see, like, take a look at, look at, well, maybe you could take a look at it. I mean, it was down here in the last bear market and came up, and look how it stayed up here, that whole range. So I just don't think weekly RSI you can really look at it. But if you look at the stochastic RSI, I mean the regular RSI, sorry. Let's see if I can get this thing going. Yeah, so we're bouncing off this moving average here. I mean, yeah, maybe we come down for one more low, but it's possible that we come down and we start to get ready to break this trend line. We break this trend line. I mean, we're not going to go straight to a bull market. We'll probably break it and come on down, like retest the trend. That's what usually happens. Break it, come back down, bounce off of it. But regardless, you know, I think the worst really is behind us. Everyone's claiming other things. Let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. I haven't checked that yet. It actually just prints every day at 8. Gives you an idea of where we're at there. I hope it's not just 25. Yeah, yesterday it was 20. Today's 25. Yeah, part of me wants to think that we could get another dip down. That would give us into the 15 level or something, or another reading 10. It's hard to say. I don't. I hate being so speculative, like trying to wonder what's going to happen here. I mean, this is us right now. I mean, we're below the average. Average is probably 30. I mean, we're below average, 30 or 40. I mean, it's certainly. Also, we have the Ethereum merge coming up, and more than likely that I believe at least that will give us a rally. It makes sense to me that we'll get a rally up until the merge, and then maybe there's problems, or maybe there's because like when Bitcoin forked into Bitcoin Cash, there was a big dip there, and there's a lot of controversy. Like I could see that kind of happening with Ethereum because a lot of the proof of work miners they want to break the chain into two, and that might kind of upset people or upset a balance or something, or create FUD, or maybe something goes wrong, and then you're who knows what's going to happen from there. Or maybe it goes smoothly. If it goes smoothly, that might take us out of this bear market. That would be very interesting. Also, with the altcoins being so strong right now, and maybe we get some good news. The Voyager gets bought out. Maybe Celsius does something. They get some help. God, just please. It's been a rough year. Let's hope things get better. Let's take a look. Kind of curious because we're clearly going to be building some more support here in these ranges. If we can get, let's see. Yeah. I don't think this VPVR is really caught up right now. I just think more or less we're going to be going sideways. I just think the volatility is more or less waned off. Um, yeah, but the markets are looking kind of sketchy with stock markets. So if tomorrow we get a nice green day, something happens, someone comes out, says something positive. Actually, I think our president's supposed to be talking tonight, so maybe he'll say something actually positive or makes sense. And probably not. If anything, it'll crash the market. But yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, here we go. The BPR finally loaded. See, we're building this support zone right here, which I think is going to be similar to the 10K support zone from 2019, 2020. So this could be our jump off spot, and it probably will take a couple of years, but we'll or a year. Maybe we rally in the next 3 to 6 months, and then we get another event, something happens, and we bounce down to this level more than likely. Something like that would make some sense to me. But we're building good support right here. The problem is if we do jump below, say we break, 18, 19K with conviction, we try to come back up to that, it's going to create resistance. So we don't want that. But yeah, that's it for me today. I'm just going to kind of be quick. I just think not a whole lot has changed. We're still in this consolidation. I'm buying what I can when I can. So that's what I'm doing. Anyways, good luck and peace out.